Welcome to the College Investor Audio Show, where we talk about the biggest issues impacting millennial money, from student loan debt to side hustles to building wealth. We will show you how to get out of debt so that you can build real wealth for the future.
Self-employed people, small business owners who want to invest for retirement. Today, we talk about SEP IRAs and the contribution limits for them. They're one of the most reliable ways to boost your investment returns is to actually reduce the taxes you pay on your investments. And a SEP IRA does offer a great tax shelter for people like me, self-employed, small business owners who want to invest for retirement. Whether you're a side hustler or even a full-time entrepreneur, a SEP could be a great account for you. But before you start throwing money into a SEP, you need to know whether you're eligible to open one and, of course, how much the contribution limits are. First of all, what is a SEP IRA? A SEP IRA, or a Simplified Employee Pension Individual Retirement Account, mouthful, is a retirement account designed for self-employed people and small business owners. Business owners can make contributions to SEP accounts for themselves and their employees. Once the contributions are made, the account is owned completely by the employee. Employees cannot make their own contributions to the plans. Compared to with traditional 401k plans, SEP IRAs are typically a bit easier for small business owners to create and maintain without undue accounting stress. Most brokerages allow you to open SEP accounts for yourself and your employees, and you can typically make contributions by mailing in checks or through electronic transfers. Now let's talk about who's eligible to open up one of these, because they're pretty cool. Anyone with self-employed or small business income might qualify to contribute to a SEP IRA. If you have employees, you must contribute an equal portion of compensation for yourself and your employees. Most people working in the gig economy will qualify to open a SEP IRA since they earn 1099 NEC income. So now let's talk about the contribution limits to a SEP. Once you got that thing opened, in 2022, you can contribute 25% of your total compensation to an IRA with a maximum contribution of $61,000. Whoa! For self-employed people, compensation is your revenue, less expenses including half of your self-employed taxes. So we have an example, and it shows how a self-employed person can figure out their maximum contribution. So let's say your total revenue is $200,000. Good work. Expenses, cost of goods sold, and all that kind of stuff is $50,000. So your net income, which is your revenue minus expenses, is $150K. So now you have to factor in the self-employed taxes, Social Security and Medicare taxes, which is your net income times 7.65%. So $150,000 minus $11,475 for the self-employed taxes equals $135,525. So your contribution limit can be factored by taking 20.25 times $138,525, and that's $34,631.25. That's your maximum contribution. If you have employees, you must contribute at the same rate for them as you do for yourself. Now we ask the question, should I contribute to a SEP or my 401k? If you have a workplace 401k and a SEP IRA, you can contribute to both of these accounts. In 2022, you can contribute $20,500 to a 401k and up to $61,000 to a SEP IRA, depending on your earnings, of course, like we talked about earlier. But be careful. If you have a third retirement account, this can be a Roth IRA. Any money that you contribute to a SEP will reduce the amount you can contribute to your other IRAs. So let's say you contribute $5,000 to a SEP IRA. You can contribute up to $1,000 to a Roth. If you contribute $6,000 or more to your SEP, you cannot contribute to a Roth IRA or even a traditional IRA. Now, after all that said, should you open a traditional, a Roth, or a SEP IRA? Okay, so small business owners and self-employed people can typically choose between a traditional, Roth, or SEP for their retirement contributions. Each account has its own benefits and drawbacks. We have a nice handy chart for you to look at the differences and compare between the three, at thecollegeinvestor.com. It's right inside of this article. Now, why would a small business owner choose to start a SEP IRA? You know, many small business owners have to choose between a small business 401k and a SEP for their business. A SEP is just entirely funded by employer contributions, whereas a 401k is funded by both employee and employer contributions. Nonetheless, a small business owner may opt for the SEP in certain cases. A small business owner with employees may choose to create a SEP IRA for the contribution flexibility. A business owner's contribution rate for herself and her employees can range from 0% up to 25% of total compensation. A small business owner can also use fairly restrictive criteria to limit contributions. So, for example, they only have to contribute if an employee meets all three of these criteria. At least 21, has worked for the company 3 out of the last 5 years, and earned at least $650 in compensation. Employers can make the contributions for themselves and employees as little as per year instead of worrying about contributing with each paycheck, as they would with a 401k, for example. All right, so when do you have to contribute to a SEP IRA? So contributions for yourself and your employees are due by the tax filing due date, including extensions. So typically that would mean you have to contribute to your SEP by April 15th or October 15th if you filed an extension. So now that you're armed with the information, now we have the, most important question of all maybe. Is a SEP right for your business? Investing in a retirement account offers tremendous tax advantages, but you may not want to lock your money away. If you have major investments or expenses coming up, you may want to delay contributions until next year, but don't wait too long to invest in your future, of course. Compounding growth starts as soon as you start investing. And that's the most important thing. As Albert Einstein once said, compound interest is the greatest force in the universe. Or something like that. I'm paraphrasing, of course, but still, it's pretty important. And that is our show for today. I hope it was helpful. If it was and you think it can help out a friend, please feel free to share this podcast with other people too, so we can just help each other out. Also, get to know us. We're on social media. Just search for The College Investor anywhere you are, and we're probably there too. You can also check out this article, the graphs, resources, and links to find out if a SEP IRA is going to be right for you and your business at thecollegeinvestor.com. Thanks again, and we'll talk to you again real soon.